And not full in the sense that they're out of room to work. I just mean that bees are covering it. So each puka represents about, or each side of the frame represents about 1,500 puka. And then on the other side, same thing, 1,500. So that's how many bees you really want. Is on each frame, you want about 3,000 bees. And never work from the outside, right? These are outside frames.
Yeah.
But these are probably going to be the ones we pull. But you're recognizing the bottom box is the queen. So when you pull this up, you want to pull up from an easier frame to navigate with. So you're going to create a little bit of room, not a whole lot, because you don't want to squish any bees, especially on the queen. And you're loosening, right, all the propolis, which is their super glue, and then you have this side of your tool. You're going to use that and your thumb to lift up only a little bit. And remember, slow and deliberate. The tool becomes an extension of your fingers. And now as you lift, remember, like, you need to go slow. And if you feel any rubbing, then make an adjustment. You don't want to rub against the other frames or the other wax or the other whatever, right? So this movement that I'm about to do is kind of advanced. But if you have your fingers hooked underneath these, are called ears, then you have control over this.
Wow. Yeah. That honey, that brood in there.
See, talking out loud. That's what you want to do always, is like your process to the other people around you.
Is nectar or is that honey?
That's nectar.
Nectar?
When they seal it is when it's honey. But when the capping begins, it's also honey. That's honey there too. It's just not sealed.
It's so beautiful.
Isn't it? So now the way to hold this, you can keep your hive tool in your hand, but if you don't have a hive tool, it's probably better for beginners. So I'll just demonstrate better. Is when you're observing it like this. So your hands are always able to navigate movement. So in any way that you want to move this frame, this will be your easiest way. So your thumbs are on the top and your forefinger there.
You got queen cell right here.
Very good.
Nice.
See, and that's the other thing. It's
And
like
it's open though.
Well, this is a button, but only because I know better. So, see there? You'd look inside there and see that there's no royal jelly.
Right.
So this is just a button, which is normal, but it doesn't mean they won't turn it into a queen cell, but you want to pull these off. I should be demonstrating, not wasting anything actually. So if you want to get a little like bowl or something, we can put that kind of stuff in it, but you don't have to. So now this is capped brood, this popcorn looking stuff here. And then over here you'll see larvae. You can see the different stages of larvae, the white stuff in the inside. So I'm not sure. Oop, I squished a bee. I'm not sure if we'll get to see eggs on this frame in particular, because it's mostly sealed brood, but yeah, no eggs. But now I'm going to pass this around to anybody that wants to hold it. So when you're passing the frame, you just slide your fingers down, and the receiver puts like a gun out. Now put your thumbs up in the air like a full gun. Put your 3 fingers in. There you go. Now clamp. Now you got it. That's yours. Isn't it? It weighs, the average frame weighs about 6 to 10 pounds depending on how much honey's in it. And you always want to start from the 3rd position. On either side doesn't matter. But now this is the brood box. What do we want to do? We want to rotate frames. So these are called frames. You want to rotate and give the queen room to lay. Right now,
outside frames coming in.
Outside frames coming up.
Okay.
So, or out, right? Or out. So we don't want to bother the queen. Normally she's going to be right here in the center 3 to 4 again, always creating room, breaking the propolis first. And then because you loosened it, you see how loose it is. Now you can just reach in. You don't need to use your hive tool. But remember, same thing. Create that little room. If you feel you're touching anything, even the sides of the walls, you don't want that. And this one's much heavier. Oh, see anything on that frame?
I see a drone. Where you see? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it.
Center lower part.
See
Right
her?
in the middle.
Ah, I do see her. Yeah.
Okay, see her right wing?
She's been clipped.
It's been clipped. So this hive, if it's gonna swarm, it'll ground swarm. So you'll know and you'll have time to catch it and start a new hive.
Okay.
All right. But now this side of this frame is full on honey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and this queen is looking for a place to lay. That means she's out of room. So we got to her just in time.
Good. Good.
Which that's really how it works. You'll see. You'll get to these hives just in time. There's brood on this side. So what are we going to do with this frame?
All right. So, are we making another box with that, or are we just moving that up?
We are moving this to the outside. Can you imagine why?
Because she needs to work on these cells.
No.
Are you moving closer?
No. Anybody else? She can't lay on this side,
Okay.
right? And we're rotating the outside frame up. That's our goal, is to always rotate. This was the outside frame, so we're going to take that one up because it's probably going to be honey, right? Because this side is sealed honey. So you know she can't lay eggs over there. So we're going to set this in. Now keep in mind, you got to be really gentle here.
Are you putting her towards the interior, or is she towards the outside of the box right now?
Well, right now she's on the outside of the
She'll
box.
work her way back.
She'll work her way back. It's
Got
just
it.
we know that that's going to be the outside frame because next time we work this hive, we're rotating it up.
Yeah.
That's going to hatch out because there's
Yeah.
brood on one side, honey on the other. It's going to
Okay.
hatch out, and she's not going to make it to this side to lay eggs in there. So you know you're creating a pattern for yourself. You're
Okay.
training yourself on how to not bother this hive.
Okay.
You're only going to work the top box, and you want to work as little in the bottom as possible.
Okay.
So now look, I said that this was going to be all honey. It's all honey. So the bees already know the program, or maybe it's you. But so now it's not sealed on this side, so it's not ready to be extracted yet. So we're gonna leave. We know there's no queen on this. We know where the queen is, so you don't have to be extra careful anymore. And since you got the hive, ask them if they want to see it. Or that frame.
I don't want to see it. It's close enough for me.
So fun, yeah. I'm just learning with them too.
So I brought two open frames.
Larva in there and everything.
See this? This is what is called an open frame. And now I want to break the honey that's on this. I want to get off this wax. See the honey that's on there? I want to make a mess.
Give them work to do.
Give them all kinds of work to do, and then they're gonna devour all this honey, right? And there's open frames in here, you see, open cells. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have an immediate reaction to that?
Yes. So that's why we're doing that. So we're gonna slide this in here. In the third slot. So you're creating habits for yourself so that you don't even have to think. So that's number 3 slot. So you know next time that this was your fresh frame. You looked at 3 frames. If you want to be real anal about it, since you know there's no queen over there, you can come over here and just make sure that they haven't put any queen cells in the center.
Mm.
You know, there's a
On the
button.
other side,
There's one on the other side too.
I think so. Right there, all on it, right there.
Mm-hmm. See, this is a button. The way that you could tell the difference between a button and a queen cell is the dark comb or wax on top.
I do see some brood cells there. I mean some drone cells.
Drone cells are good. See, now this,
Mm-hmm.
that's a queen cell. Even though it's brand new, I can tell. See, they just put an egg in there, and the bees did that. The bees did
The
that.
bees decide if they're going to have any queen. The
Well,
workers.
Well, that's debatable. But if they want to swarm, they'll manifest a way to. So the queen doesn't normally want to really allow that, right? So let's just look at, because I saw that beginning, I kind of want to look a little further. This is we've gotten to a place where we may
It's
be-
amazing how calm and gentle these bees are.
Well, it's because you're calm and gentle.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. See now, we're like right at the beginning of potentially these bees wanting to swarm. Yeah, this is what you want to see. You want to see like full on brood like this. So here, look right here. When there's white on the outside of the cell, you see there's royal jelly.
Okay.
All right. So now, and the bees will like to do that too. They'll like to turn drone into queen cells. So just that's the other sign though. When there's white, it's like as if they marked it. Like this is the one we're gonna draw out, guys. All you have to do is bust it open. You don't have to get too crazy.
And what will they do? Recycle that material back into?
Yep. They'll just, because you don't want to waste all that really. At least I don't. Maybe I'm making up a story that is wasting. But yeah. So now, because we kind of see a pattern here, it might be best for us to go ahead and examine further. And sorry, Gashi, if you're tired of holding that frame, you can lean it up against like I did the other one there. And we're just gonna, as quickly as possible, examine. See? These are buttons, but it doesn't mean they won't turn it into a queen cell or haven't. So you just want to real quick bust those off. But since we got it in here, now you can see the different stages of the larvae. You can see how good the queen is at laying.
Yeah.
Look at that shit, man.
What is that right there?
Yeah, that's it. We're taking that off. But look at inside the cell. See how good this queen is?
Oh yeah.
She's a laying machine. So yeah, you see, there's not even an egg in there. So they're like just getting to that point where the queen is asking for more room, and the bees don't have it. They're not delivering. So that's the natural reaction of the hive then, is to swarm. Look at this, it's just loaded. God. They like it here. So you got one drone. Oh, look at this bee, is covered in sunflower. Her wings are yellow. They haven't finished cleaning her off yet. They smell good too. And you can see the genetic diversity in these bees too. There's the real copper looking bees. Then there's the real yellow looking bees. Then there's the common Italian, black with this like orange. Yeah.
Is that the genetics? It's an Italian bee.
Yeah. If you like trace the genetics as far back as we can, as scientists or whatever, we can really only trace them back to European, for some reason. But because of the way that the genetic tests now, we see that there had to at some point be some sort of different genetics. See, and now when you get to the outside again, now we're on the outside, you're going to see how organized this hive is? This is all pollen. So normally I will rotate this, right? So I'm actually going to set this out here because we might, since we got into this hive as much as we did, we might actually do some funny business. Yeah, there's a little bit of brood. Hi, babe.
Did you get hot?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, baby. We're gonna leave in like 15 minutes.
I'm hungry.
It's like my dog.
Mhm. See, there's actually brood on this, so I'm not gonna mess with it. All right. So we're gonna just set this back up. We were just examining for queen cells. Look at the bottom just in case. See, and they're getting antsy too. They're rubbing their stingers on me. And Sakia comes over here and, you know, that's the other thing too. You want to let your kids know if you're going to be around the bees, it's not about you.
The cows, they all have one stripping in the middle.
I know.
See, there's a bee doing a dance.
What's that thing called? Chess. You know the chess one? There must be stars at chess.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we can play them.
So if that happens, just get rid of the pheromone. And then they should calm down. But they're obviously done. So, where's that new frame? Oh, I put it in already? Okay.
Good spot.
1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's the one who's got the queen on it. We know.
No, that's the honey. So that's the one we're going to use as a rotation frame. So remember the room that's necessary, right, to navigate.
Mhm.
So normally I would take that properly, but whatever. So the other thing is too is as you bring this in, remember that the queen is on that frame, so you don't want that frame to move very much. So if a frame needs to move, it'd be these to create space. But just as long as you're going slow, that's all that matters. Alright. Now we get the splitter. They prefer stuff that's already been used, but still doesn't matter. Use what you got. And then like move it so that they get out of your way. Wiggle it a little bit. And you'll see there's a line. Try to make it as even as possible. Bees are super anal about like lines. Then get your other box. Make sure there's not a whole lot of dust on the inside. They're still gonna clean it no matter what you do. And then